it's good to ask for consent when hitting the record button. And well, welcome. Today in our lemonade meditation, we are going to do a pretty simple meditation with a little bit of added focus on transitions, beginnings and endings. And we have many of those each day, each week, each month. And so we'll bring our attention to those throughout this meditation. And I'll do a good chunk of guiding, but you'll also get a good chunk of time to be practicing on your own. So go ahead and get comfortable in a seated position maybe, or where you feel like you can be both relaxed and alert. You can close your eyes if you would like. And just take a few moments to settle in. Maybe take a few deep breaths. And just bring your awareness to right now, and maybe what it's like to be beginning this meditation, transitioning into this meditation time and space. And maybe there are thoughts and feelings that arise as you pay attention to the beginning of this meditation. And you might notice your mind wandering. And when it wanders today, just take maybe an added measure of attention towards any transition periods, any beginnings or endings that you are thinking about or that you are experiencing. And you might want to focus on your breath and return your mind to focus on your breath as a way to recenter yourself. And notice that each breath has a beginning and an ending. Each time you breathe in, and each time you breathe out. And in the full cycle of breath, there's a beginning, a midpoint, and an end. And then a slight pause before beginning that cycle again. And as you attune to your breath, you might become more aware of all that goes into each cycle of breath. What it feels like in that pause just before you start to breathe in. And that pause that might be nanoseconds long before you start to breathe out. Just take a moment to notice what thoughts and feelings come up in that pause. If you'd like, you can experiment with controlling your breath a little and extending that pause for a few more moments. And just before beginning a new exhalation or a new inhalation, what thoughts and feelings arise? Any excitement or anticipation of a positive experience? Any nervousness or distress? Any increased patience and willingness to let the pause last a little longer? Or any impatience, desperately wanting that breath to come or to go? Or any other thoughts or feelings that come up? And you might notice too any thoughts or feelings that arise throughout the life of each breath, just as it's beginning, when you're in the midpoint, and when it's coming to an end. And each ending brings a new beginning. And each beginning brings a new ending. It's possible or probable that your mind has wandered to many things as we've been talking. And each time your mind starts to wander, that's the beginning of a new thought, maybe a new feeling, a new experience. And then each time you notice that, you have the chance to bring your mind back to your breath. Maybe let that thought, that feeling, or noticing that experience come to a close as you focus again on your breath. And pretty soon something new will jump into your mind. Your mind will wander again. You'll have a new journey with a beginning, a middle, and an end. You may find yourself thinking about different things in your life, different experiences, and any transition points that you might be facing or anticipating facing in the near future, or have just recently faced. Maybe with the beginning and ending of days, the beginning and ending of being awake, beginning and ending of being asleep, even the beginning of a meal and the ending of a meal, or the beginning of a movie and the ending, or of a book or show or play, or of a conversation with a friend or family member, or even the beginning of a week and the ending of a week, or of a month, or seasons, with changes in temperature and weather. And you might be aware of any significant life transitions that you are going through, or family members or friends, school, or work, or cyclical, hormonal, biorhythmic changes that come and go and rise and fall. You might also notice any patterns that you typically exhibit, or any common thoughts and feelings that come up for you as you begin something new, a new phase, a new season in your life, a new task, a new experience. And of course, any patterns or common thoughts or feelings that arise for you as things come to an end. Tasks or seasons or experiences. And there's a whole world, a whole universe of thoughts and feelings and experiences that are tied to beginnings and endings. And the more we pay attention, the richer and deeper, more meaningfully we can experience these beginnings and these endings. The feelings of happiness and joy, and sadness or mourning, or fear, or love, or any of the other human experiences. And again, each time that your mind wanders, maybe pay a little bit more attention to the beginnings and the endings, both in the process of your thoughts and also the content of the realities of life as a human being. Maybe allow yourself in this moment to notice that we are about at a midpoint of our meditation. And notice any thoughts or feelings that arise with that. Any feelings of excitement or boredom or pain, or feeling relaxed or calm. Any desires for this meditation to be over so you can move on with your day, or desires for it to remain so that you might not move on with the rest of your day, or any other thoughts or feelings that arise as you notice that we're in the middle of this meditation. And go ahead now and continue to practice on your own, allowing yourself to connect more deeply with the experience of things beginning and ending. You can, if you want, continually return your mind to your breath each time that it wanders. And I'll bring your attention back when we have 4 minutes left in our meditation. You can go ahead now and bring your attention back to my voice and just become aware of the fact that we have 4 minutes left in this meditation. And notice in this moment what thoughts or feelings arise as you notice that this meditation will soon be over. Any relief or excitement or any distress or longing for it to continue, any resistance in that way, any indifference or any of the other possibilities. And notice too what might happen to you as you become more aware of the meditation ending. Any things that you might not yet have received, any hopes or dreams or goals that have yet to be realized, or any gratitude or appreciation for the things that you have been able to experience. Or any shift or change in opportunities or things that you might soon be able to do. And any thoughts or feelings about that, of excitement or appreciation for a new beginning that's coming up. Or any resistance or sadness or desire to not transition and to stay in this mode of being. And as we come to a close, we'll take 5 breaths together. And as we take these breaths, just practice connecting on a deeper level with the existential realities of things coming to a close, and all of the beauty and sorrow, all of the closing of possibilities while simultaneously opening of possibilities. And we'll start with the first breath, slowly in and slowly out. And a second breath. And a third breath. And a fourth breath. And finally, the last breath together in this meditation. And now you can go ahead and start to move. Your eyes are closed. You might flutter them open as you're ready. You can bring your attention back to the screen. And so now we get to transition into 10 minutes of being able to talk for a bit, to